This video will show how to add new calculated columns. At this point, you should already have your scale set, you should have your origin, and you should have your data points collected. I'm going to minimize the video. You can see that I have a graph for position versus time and a graph for velocity versus time. I'm going to go to the data, come down here and select new calculated column. And I want to calculate the potential energy. The short name will be PE, and the units will be joules, capital J. The expression for potential energy is mass times gravity times height. I have no idea what the mass is, so I'm just going to guess 0.5 kilograms. I'm going to multiply by gravity, which is 10. I'm going to multiply by the height. I come down here to the variable column and select my Y position, because that's how high this object is. And then I'm going to hit done. And now you can see over my data table, now I have a potential energy column measured in joules. I'm going to do that again. Do a new calculated column. This time it's going to be kinetic energy. The short name will be KE, and the units will also be joules. The equation for kinetic energy is 1/2 times mass times velocity squared. Put in 0.5 for 1/2. I don't know my mass, but I used 0.5 last time, so I'll use that again. And then I'm going to multiply by velocity. And I'm concerned about the Y velocity. This is going up and down. And you can either use the caret with a 2 for squared, or you can just enter velocity twice, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit done. So now you can see that I've got another column for kinetic energy. And the last one I'm going to do, I'm going to do a third calculated column, and this one is going to be total energy. Units for that will also be joules. And the total energy, I'm going to come down here. It's going to be the potential energy plus the kinetic energy. I'm going to add those two together. And now I've got a third column for total energy. So now if I do insert graph, on this new graph I've got a total energy, and for my axis options I can also include potential energy and kinetic energy. And at first it looks a little messy. But we can see that the blue lines are the total energy, and the total energy is relatively constant until right here when the ball hits the ground. And then once again the blue energy picks back up, and it's at another constant level, a little bit lower than the first one. You can see the purple lines of potential energy decreasing and then increasing, and the kinetic energy starting at 0, getting bigger and then smaller. Your job will be to analyze this graph and talk about what it means.